Hello everyone, this is Pomum, bringing you part 32 of my FE6 Let's Play. With great intro music, and if you notice small, almost imperceptible differences on the layout, that's because OBS, yes, updated, so it basically fucked up all my layouts. I had to create all the layouts from scratch. I think I managed to do a very good job in this one. Which is probably the only one you will notice because the other ones are just capturing the screen directly from source. So yeah, that's it. Today we start the Bern arc, the final arc of FE6, one I'm very excited for, with this music for the intro, another theme that... but yeah, our story in Bern will begin with probably the hardest chapter we have left. Chapter 21. After surviving many hardships, Roy finally set foot on Bern's soil. Guinevere guided Roy toward the Temple of Seals, but in their path stood Bern's elite troops, the strongest army on the continent, led by Lord Murdoch, the smartest and strongest general in Bern. Etruria and Bern, the two leading forces on the continent, out for all-out war. The longest and bloodiest day yet to be seen by a leap was about to begin. Yeah. So as you can see there, two things pop immediately into your eyes. First, 18 units you can pick for this chapter. More units than the ones we have been training, by quite a lot. We've been using regularly, like 12 units or so, maybe 14 even stretching it. We can bring 18 to this one. And the map is absolutely massive. Now, because in this map you get the shop, and the shop at the very entrance, a very normal thing is for you to bring Merlinus and normally sell the weaponry you don't want to use, get the new weaponry you are interested in using, and then flying, where is it? Here, to this square, where there is a secret shop. And if you're able to go into that secret shop and sell, you just sold everything in those other shops, you have a lot of money, you enter here and you can get bunches and bunches and bunches of stat boosters. We don't have that option because we kill you. So that's fun, but you should be aware that the option exists. Also, most of the enemies in here are promoted. We have Caliber dude here, Bishop. Not all the Wyverns are promoted, but it doesn't really matter when they have 20 strength and 17 speed. Yeah, but some of them are, and they are the scariest. And then to top it off, we have the Bolting Sage in here, actually really annoying, some mana kids guarding this entrance because this is the most viable way to reach the shrine. And on top of the entrance of the Shrine of Seals, standing on a throne, of course, not on a gate, even though this is an outside map, we have Murdoch with an stealable Nightcrest. 72 HP, yes, so far over the HP cap, like you can't even complain anymore. 71 avoid, capped strength at 27, 28 defense, 19 resistance, so not like bad resistance at all. A tomahawk, so countering any enemy, capped constitution at 20, just a devastatingly harsh enemy to fight. And we have to do all of this in 25 turns. Are you ready? Now Royworth, Rutger and Thane have to come, Sol, Dorothy, Lou, Lalum, Lance, Percival, Milady, Nimefa, Astol. I don't think it's a good idea. I think bringing a kid is a good idea. Cecilia too. Lilina definitely isn't. Noah could be useful. And we have two other options. Now bringing Merlinus could be a thing. I have other options on the back here. For example, as I said, when I mentioned deploying Yun in certain situations is good, I was referring to these situations. Igren is actually a very good idea here because all the flyers there are, and I think there are going to be more flyers spawning immediately at the very start of the chapter. And here, more or less, this group is the units I'm not going to use. Yeah, even Celot. I think Noah is better. Yeah, Noah is better by a bit. So, yeah. From Marcus to Klein, with 15, 15, 12 is, in my opinion, clearly inferior to Igran. Really, to Sophia. Only these units are to be considered. Sis, I don't think so. Garrett, not such a good idea. Douglas, not in this map, especially because I can't carry you. You're just too heavy. I think I'm bringing Igren. And then I'm considering my options here, because one option would be bringing Juno, just for carrying people. The other option would be bringing Clarine. I don't think Merlinus is that useful, because my storage is actually like, I have the things I want, and no more than that. Like, I think I sold everything that I wanted to sell, and if I want to sell something, I could send Clarine herself to do it. Yeah, but all my current weaponry is pretty good, and it should last me for the remainder of the game, so if I bring out Clarine and give her one level, I can actually immediately promote her. And that means I can get her to be in something rank and I can use physics with her. So that's not such a bad idea. I know it's a bit late to do things like this, but hey, you know, why not? And yeah, I'm going to have to handle inventories because I don't have weapons on Echidna, Noah, Cecilia, Igren, or Clarine. So let me do that and I'll come back. Alright. Preparations are completed. And so it only remains to begin the chapter. Chapter 21, The Sword of Seers. Roll credits. Yeah. As I remember, two groups of Wyverns has now assembled Picos. All troops are at their posts and are ready for battle, my lord. Good, thank you. Good. So it begins. Yes, my lord. We're ready as well. Your squad will be the key to winning the battle. Understood? Of course, my lord. I will not let you down. Yes, we will show them the power of Bern's main frontline army. Still, the general from the Lease Alliance army made it this far. General Roy? Yes, that's him. I wish to see how he fights, by going up against him directly. I don't know about that, Chief. Oh, I forgot about you. Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't think about something, but thankfully everything works. General Roy, I have found you at last. Bishop Jordan, What brings you out here all the way from Etruria? Is something wrong? I did some research after receiving your letter, and I have come to the conclusion that Bern has indeed resurrected the Dark Dragon. Is that true? But Hartmut defeated the Dark Dragon in the war. How could Bern have brought it back up to life? Apparently Hartmut did defeat the Dark Dragon, but he did not finish it up. What? Instead of killing it, he sealed it away in the mountains of Bern. And the sword he used to seal it was... the Sword of Seals? Oh, did you know? Yes, I studied a little. When if the Dark Dragon has broken out of its seal, we can obtain the Sword of Seals. Then we may be able to seal it again, or kill it once and for all. That is the Church's conclusion, and they sent me to ask you for your assistance. Do you know where the Dark Dragon is? Yes, my next point. As the fire-breathing dragons can change into human form, it's highly possible that the Dark Dragon is as well. In fact, we currently have a suspect. The Dark Priestess, that is always at King Zephyr's side. The Dark Priestess. We have no solid evidence, but it is true that she appeared at around the same time that the other fire-breathing dragons started to appear. Apparently the dragons sealed away their powers in games called Dragonstones, to change into human form so that they could adapt to this environment. In that case, it would not be surprising if the Dark Dragon was in the form of human woman as well. In any case, we have to go see her to confirm the truth. Yes, I shall accompany you as well. You would fight alongside us? That would be most helpful. Also, take this. These are the divine weapons that the Church found on its own. Hey, I have instructions to give them to you. Divine weapons too. If the Dark Dragon has really been released, then this is the greatest danger mankind has ever faced since the Dragon-Human Wars. Yes, we will face it with all of our strength. S rank in staves, A rank in light. Yodel. Is Sol the best option to use the light sacred weapon? Probably not. Probably Yodel is, because coming at A rank, even if it does require him to battle quite a lot from this point on, he could get to S rank in light and then be able to use Aureola. And that fits his character, which is literally the Pope. A Bishop of the Element Church, Aiden Roy on his quest. I think this translation patch didn't really get it because Yodel is supposed to be basically the leader of the Element Church. Like Yodel is the big boss. Level 20 with capped experience, so no possibility to get him any levels. No growths, actually. I think his growths are 0% on everything. Yeah. Yes, your everyday... how's it called? I don't remember the name of the archetype. Goto? I think it's Goto. Goto archetype, that mage unit that joins at the very end. A lot of utility with a recover, so being able to full HP recovery someone. A lightning. Nice. Miurgre. Murgla is... a lot of names have been given to this one. Mulagir too. That's the one I was. +5 to speed. And the S rank holy bow weapon that you get if you go Sakai. So Yodel brings you the Murgre. If you decided to go Ilya, if you decided to go Sakai, you get the Murgre from the Paralogue, from the Gaiden, and then Yodel comes in this chapter with the Malte. So you never miss the sacred weapon of the route you didn't choose. And then he also brings the Holy Maiden, which is a weird situation because the Holy Maiden is an S rank weapon, full recovery HP to all units in the map, and also a status recovery, even if it just says full recovery, but I can tell you it's already a status recovery, like if any character is berserked or slept or something like that, the Holy Maiden will recover them. The Holy Maiden is supposedly Elimin's staff from the past, but it is not considered a sacred weapon. So if you break the Holy Maiden before reaching the end of chapter 22, you have to have all of your holy weapons still at least with one use when you reach the end of chapter 22, but not the Holy Maiden. The Holy Maiden is like as good as the sacred weapons, but not necessary for that purpose. And yeah, this map, as you can see, there's lots and lots and lots of wyverns. Now I know people have made it a true science to know when these enemies attack and when they don't, and I'm not smart enough to go that far. Like I just put my units and I just take them on, and I know you probably shouldn't. Like I know this chapter is definitely thought out for you to think a bit around it, because in this chapter it becomes pretty obvious that Bern's forces are stronger. Like that's simply it. But we are going to face it with pure power, because I don't really have another way of doing it. As I told you, I brought Clarin with a heal and a restore, and the physical rescue she's going to be able to use if I manage to promote her. So that's cool. I have Soul here. I'm going to send Soul this direction. I have a Sleep. Okay, good rates if that's a mage. I remember enemies spawning from there. I don't remember how accurate they are, but I remember like a bishop coming from here. I might be wrong, but I'm just going to do that. No, you can stay a bit behind. And yeah, this should be not that fast of a chapter. This is Yodel, okay. Yeah, dividing my staff utility like 50-50. I'm going to send you there actually, Echidna here. Echidna, for example, I gave a Worm Slayer because, you know, there's a lot of worm. Oh, this is Ygren. I brought Ygren and Dorothy. So, yeah. You know, I'm going to do... Oh, I have a talk with Yodel, of course, because they know each other. That's interesting. Dorothy has S rank in both, so she's able to use the Mugre. So I think the best thing we can do in this point is just give you the Brave Bow, and I'm going to take the Mugre, and I'm going to talk. Dorothy, have you been well? Yes. It is good to see you, Bishop Yoda. You are always so bright and full of energy. I'm sure God loves that part of you. Do you think so? Everyone who comes into contact with your pure heart has his own heart cleansed. Like me, for example. Even so. You should be proud of that. Yes, Bishop Yoda. Fucking Pope, yes. Okay, these enemies are moving. There's a lot of forest in the middle, which can be really helpful. Yeah, that Killer Lance was already kind of dangerous. It could have done 42 damage. Weapon level increased. That's S rank. I have a lot of sacred weapons, and the sacred weapons are not only effective against Manakins, they are also effective against Wyverns, because Wyverns are, you know, the cousins of the dragons, you could say. So, for example, if I use Durandal, I have Durandal here, yeah. Yeah, you can see here Durandal is almost able to one-shot a promoted level 10 Wyvern. So that's a resource we shouldn't abuse, but that we can make use of nonetheless. I think I might... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, green is definitely enough to do this. Blue is probably enough to kill the promoted. Yeah, Air Caliber, baby. One just can't play this game and not praise the hell out of Air Caliber for what it's able to do against promoteds. In fact, Dancing, you could maybe have been the right choice here, but oh, a Flux is enough from Nime. And do you have effective damage? No. I thought maybe that could be the case because I know the Divine Stone. Well, let me shut up. Because I almost made a pretty big spoiler there. Okay, that's not such a good situation. I mean, you can get killed by anyone. So Fa, for example. And Rutger can go for one of you and... Yeah, for example with the Killing Edge. Let's go for this Killing Edge first. I have to get the critical. Okay. Okay, I think we will do it like this. Going to dance. I'm going to kill there. I'm going to weaken the Wyvern on the right with Persilal, and I'm going to kill it with Fa. And that should be okay. Nice kill from Ygren. Not doubling Ygren with 15 speed. Okay, they are pretty fast. They are pretty fast. Now with this I do 24. So that's not enough. I damn it. I don't like this. I don't like this because I have to depend too much on 75s and such. I mean, you don't have to roll the low hits for this. This is the only under 80 that I have tried yet, so... Okay, a group of Wyverns cleared. And that should be some experience to Fa. Maybe not a lot. Oh no, that's a lot. That's a lot. I think Fa is considered to be unpromoted. Okay, okay, some strength, some... Not defense, but yeah. And I don't have a lot to heal, but I will heal anyway. Because I want the experience on Clary. Yeah, I think I am going to do this. And if the armor wants to suicide against the Bravaks, then so be it. Oh, yeah, okay. I did remember reinforcements coming if you step on certain tiles. I'm probably going to quadruple with this Braveland, so that's 4 uses. Maybe not the best use for the Bravelands, but we are nearing the point where keeping uses is not that important. I'm willing to break every weapon if necessary to beat this chapter. And not to worry you, but also I'm willing to kill or to let any character be killed. You know, there are very few units in this game that I consider at this point absolutely necessary. So if some of them dies, I'm not going to care. Okay, yeah, that was definitely not the best use for the... Oh, Oh, where did you come from? I definitely didn't see you. Okay, that's a group. If I stay there, that's okay. We'll take care of that later because I think this is the most concerning. Okay, I think I'm going to fall back a little bit. I think I'm going to fall back instead of staying in these forests. I'm probably going to stay on the ones in the back. So that's a level 4 Ruther. Maybe some defense to yeah. Okay, you get it, Ruther. You get it. And yes, so you can reach up to the shop included. The shop does give some avoid. But I think, for example, Ruther is going... Ruther. Yeah, Lou is going to have to stay here. It's not that bad. And he can heal Ruther in the process. And I'm going to try and kill with the Lou stays on a forest strategy. Not the best strategy, I know, but I get the kill with javelins. Just because I want to keep the range to intimidate these archers a little bit, to counter them and such. That's also... Actually want to... Well, where do you go? Yeah, you go there. Okay. Oh, you can't rescue? I'm going to drop Thainy there so that I can give support. I'm going to drop Roy there so I can give support. I'm going to get the Kithna closer. That's never a bad idea. With the Hamdaks. Maybe they will go because the Kithna does have lower... I can repair any weapon actually. I repair staves so much that I kind of consider that you can only do this with, like, you can only use the hammer on staves, you know? A good thing here is that I have the sleep. So I could, for example, potentially sleep a dangerous enemy in the future. But that's not something I want right now. It's a lot of enemies. Really, I get hit by the 36 from the very beginning. And this is not the promoted one. I mean, the Killer Lance is probably the most accurate weapon in the bunch, but this is not looking good. I know there's missing a 91. I know there's not a lot of Killer Lances. Most of them are still Lances. Yeah, okay, this was the one I was the most scared of. If we deal with this one, then that's okay. That's okay. We still did a good deal. Maybe I should have brought more calibers, because as you can see, they are pretty helpful. And that's why I was so, so insistent on loose speed, because being able to double the Wyverns in this chapter is key. But 21 is actually the perfect cap, because I think 17 is what they get at most. And this is basically the last... this is basically the last big benchmark chapter, for the amounts of power you need. Okay. Was there anyone else? I think this might be all of them. Of course, it's always a bit unfortunate that you're not able to one-shot, but yeah, okay. Okay, that's definitely all of them. So now, between my dancer and everything, I should be able to come in here and, yes, kill everyone. 3 remaining, that's no problem for me. Okay. Yeah, big problem. At least this group, the group in the mountains is not moving. This group is not moving. But it seems we'll have to retreat to the upper side. Okay, we're further than I thought. In fact, we are so far away that... And you're full health. Okay, this gives me a bit more avoid, so I'm going to kill here. And I think I'm just going to physic, and I'm going to regroup. Is that a bit cowardly? Yes. But it's also the smart thing to do. Now if I was able to W 15 speed and not getting weighted down means I need 19, and you do have 19, but you get a slowed down. I must things with 9 constitution. But not by the awareness layer, so how about we try out some dangerous tactics? And I'll make a bit of a human shield with the killer here. I maybe should have used the vulnerary, but it doesn't matter. Should be careful of these things too. Milady not doing a lot for now, but that will probably change soon. I'll keep you in range for support, and just all around go back. I know at some point I'm going to run out of space and I'm going to have to come back, especially because I'm also running out of... Okay. I definitely get doubled. Okay. Okay. I get it. Yeah, fuck you too. Alright, second try. Now, I think that made it pretty obvious that going this way might not be the best idea. So I might try to avoid it completely. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'm going to try. Now, the other options I can think of to try and tank that are, directly up there. Thani, because Thani is able to take criticals with no problem as long as she has her support in range. After all, okay, Roy has to be rescue dropped. That's not a problem because I did want to get some units closer. Because the wind support gives a void, so that should help. Okay, now that's a bit more of a problem. Not really. Yeah, that looks good. And I'm basically going to save you this part because I'm going to move absolutely every unit to the right. You know, deploying a lot of units or allowing the player to deploy a lot of units, it's actually kind of a cheap way to make... Oh, that's a 3% with a killer lance? Yeah, pathetic. And I one-shot with a killer. Like, my Pegasus actually does more damage to the Wyvern than the Wyvern does to her. Okay, yeah, the Wyverns start moving from the very beginning. Also, my position seems to have put them in... I like that. I like that. That's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. So if I, for example... Now with my absolute legion of mages, I can come in here and weaken or kill most everyone. Now you are able to reach there, and that's something I didn't notice the previous time, but what do you have? Was it an Excalibur? No, it's an Hellfire. So if it's an Hellfire, I think I'm just going to put Thani, weaken and block you. I know Thani just lost a bit of power because she does rely quite a lot on the power of supports to get the job done, but this is actually a Roy kill, if I ever saw one. And now you can go here, and funnily enough, the Miurge actually doesn't do that well against the Wyverns because it doesn't have flyer effectiveness. It only has Wyvern effectiveness. So, for example, it doesn't have extra effectiveness against Falconites, which is crazy. I think there are no enemy Falconites from this point onwards, so you actually never get to check that. But yeah, this is just so that the bonus damage against them only applies to, you know, this is the triple bonus damage for them being Wyverns, not Flyers. So that's something interesting you may have just learned. And yeah, the killer is enough. Although I don't know what's more valuable, the silver of the or the killer bow at this point. Okay, now, of course, I would have to go for the Worm Slayer. I don't get doubled back. I can even get Lance a bit closer. Probably increases my hit by a bit. Just a bit. Okay, that's a kill for Roy, and that should be a level 18. Level 18 for Roy with strength. Not a crazy level, but we finally get to that 10 strength. So that's something. Milady can only battle the promoted, which is there. Does have 2 critical. I didn't get the critical. I maybe should have just gone for damage. Hey, if I got the 13, it would have been great. Okay, now them coming from the right at the same time. It's not great. Oh. Okay, Thani. Appreciated. Appreciated, because that guy was actually annoying. Now, there's a killer lance. The killer lances are the scariest, definitely. So you and you. By the way, I didn't talk about Yodel's stats, but you can see them there. They are not going to change. Good magic, actually the same as Soul. Decent speed, incredible resistance, so basically untouchable by status staves. But low as hell defense, and yeah, just an utility character, to be honest. Not going to be doing a lot of battle and in normal circumstances. Oh. I can go to a peak. That's even better than a forest. So I might risk it a little bit for that one. Yeah, if a Steel Lance has 4 accuracy, then I kind of I kind of have to take advantage of that position, you know? So I am going to... I didn't learn anything from the previous time. What can I tell you? 4 hit, that means the Killer Lance is going to have like what? 14, maybe 19 hit? That's at most. Yeah, that for example is safe now. Some positions should be safe there too. I just have to rescue whoever does that. And that's probably Dorothy. Yeah. Actually want like the highest possible accuracy. How about we show off the Mirror Grey? It's not great. The animations for physical weapons are just that. The flash and a normal shot. But, you know, we just use the Mirror Grey. That's cool. That's some high damage you have there. Maybe I will dance for Percival, but I have to decide what we do with you first. That's honestly the main reason I left Thane alive. I thought maybe by physicking Thane, and because I have her on range of all of her supports, we could simply go in here and do this. Now, that's the... Oh! And I think this is a multi situation. Not getting countered actually matters. Multi! A flash and a lance attack. The supports did provide the accuracy, but yeah, you can see there, we can get some excessive damage if we really want to. No supports, no reinforcements from there yet. 24 hit. Is that high? The difference between the killer and the... Yeah, I have to monitor the killer lances and I have to avoid them. Now there's a lot of Wyverns in this one, and they sometimes like plain ambush you. They come from nowhere, and you see, for example, here 32 damage. If I hadn't given the angelic robe to Lu, that would be one shot in Lu. So that's the reason why I did it so, because and now he needs to get hit twice to be killed. Okay, no critical or anything, but just an easy target for anyone to take, and we can move the action a bit more to the right. If this guy lets us, I don't think we're going to hit. Yeah, and I don't double, so... Oh, I do double. I do double. Didn't expect to double. Okay, yeah, you're annoying. But not much more than annoying. Don't know about dividing, but I will take this shot. Yeah, no, let's go. Let's battle the promoted one with Worth. I will just... I can trade you the armats and you get more defense. Something I probably didn't mention about the sacred weapons now that I think about it. That +5, where is it coming from? Every sacred weapons gives a +5 boost on a stat. The armats gives +5 to defense. Where is it? Because I did bring every one of them, or at least most of them. Yeah, the Durandal gives +5 to strength. The multi gives +5 to skill. That's only one equipped. So, for example, right now I don't have that extra. Not that I need it that much, but... And... that's the physical triangle. Then we have the Merglace. Yeah, the Merglace gives +5 to speed. So it's very good for doubling. Very good. Actually... yeah, that's probably why people consider Klein to be so good, because even if his speed is a little bit suspect, when he gets use of the Merglace, he can double these Wyverns anyway with a lot of strength. So, well. And then I can tell you what the... Well, I do have the 4 blaze around here, right? Yeah, Luke has the 4 blaze. The 4 blaze gives +5 luck. There you have it, +5 luck. And then Aureola, which we don't have here yet because I didn't have anyone that could use it right now, gives +5 to resistance. And the one we have left, the Dark Magic one, gives +5 to magic. So if you didn't know, you do now. Maybe if I take 62 damage. That's the highest. 186. 186 damage in FE6. And defense and rest. Ward now officially has 20 defense when wielding the armas. No 1% with a javelin. Ward might have been the craziest unit in this run because, you know, Dorothy, to a degree, when I saw her growths, I was like, this is a growth unit. I definitely understand why people don't like using her. But if you train her, I can see her becoming good. And she did. And I don't know, it wasn't that big of a surprise to me. But worth. But worth. This is like the very unnecessary combination of moves, because I could also run to the right and battle them in a forest or something. But if I want to do this a bit faster, double support for Thaini. I'm not saving. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, because if not, I think I'm depending on a critical. I don't want to depend on a critical for this move, specifically. Alright. So now, there's not a lot of enemies left. And I know there's like reinforcement triggering spots. If you go to that lower left, you trigger a lot of reinforcements. And I kind of wanted to battle every enemy, but it might not be a viable option. So let's not. So maybe I will just run away here. I just run away. And also, I can probably even get a bit crazy here. Yeah, and go for the longbow counter. Which is not something that most people would think about, but here I am. Because this guy, yeah, longbow against longbow, let's see how it goes. Yeah, reinforcements, Wyvern reinforcements from the right, and that group, okay. That group from the lower part I didn't expect. I don't know if melee is okay. That definitely doesn't help. Okay, I don't kill you back, even if I have the support. That's a shame. Or maybe I don't have the support. Maybe maybe that's yoga. Okay, group, and yeah, these are woods. Uncrossable. Okay, first fire, then air caliber. So that we have fire against the close range weaponry. Okay, you mark the limit where I don't want to be. Can you heal anyone? Maybe here? Come on, Karin. You can do it. You can do it. You can reach that level up. Okay, okay. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's not good design. That's stupid. Why did I like this game again? I don't know. I don't remember. Who thought this was a good idea? Oh, why are you spamming 12 Wyverns a turn on me? Yeah, okay. Okay. Are you going to force me to deactivate animations on Lou? Because that's not something I want to do. But I will if you push my hand. But that's a critical. Saving uses Lou. I see you. It seems like Lou is able to take a whole side by himself. And take absolutely no experience from the Wyverns, by the way. Okay, so the unpromoteds move first, definitely. And now all the promoteds do. Okay, scary, scary. If Lou's weapon didn't break, he could hold this forever. Yeah. You see there, his fire broke. I have Thunder and Excalibur on. Oh, that's disgusting. Let's just